Oh, it's not terrible, but we got our new one in, and we got a hook cut out for it. Boop. Got our work area prepped. I'm changing the KYM Industry. Anyway, we'll start at the beginning. This whole thing, remember, if y'all's been watching my stuff, these bolts have been shearing off on me. So I wanted to replace the guts inside of this shaft. And so when I ordered my KYM Industries tarp, I ordered this shaft. So it comes with a different size bearing. So I'm going to replace that bearing. So I've got everything prepped here. And we're going to go unbox some stuff. Oh boy. Here we go, here we go. If I can do it all on my phone. We'll see. Oh, girl. Whew, had me worried. They just had the long pole in the big box, and then in the box with the tarp, that's where my bearing's at, and the shaft. So that's good, because they're the shafts that go up on the gantry, they run a 1/2 inch diameter, and the one that came with the truck was a 3/4. So I think this should fix it. It even comes with a handle to help get it out of the bag. Oh, my toes. There we got our bearing here. Got the shaft. So should be all ready to go. We'll get this unplasticed and up on the truck. Alright, so on my old tarp, they just wrapped around the shaft and got screwed in. So on this one that I ordered from KYM Industries, it's got pockets. I think they're pockets on both sides. So yeah, this will be the top, bottom. So I'll put unfold the tarp and then run it through that shaft before I connect it to that bearing. All right, here we go so far. So I'm just taking these guys, these bungees, to kind of keep the tension on the top of the tarp. So when I'm rolling it and unrolling it, it'll clear some debris and give it more of a chance to live longer. So I'm just taking these and tying them to the tabs on each side, and then once I get it strung out, I'll tighten or loosen it as necessary once I get it all in place. So let's take a moment to look at this old tarp and see the differences. So here's where it went through the shaft at the end piece here. And that's where the majority of the damage is in it. I mean, there were some throughout the middle, but right here on this tail end is where I get a lot, had a lot. And I'm not unrolling it for you, but at the end, those 15s are starting to rub little holes in the corners there. So I got this one for the hook, so it's got the cutout. And look what KYM Industries does. So the most damage for the majority is on that last tail piece and then the front quarter. So this tarp is double reinforced at the tail. It's regular in the middle, and then when you get up to the worn part, it's doubled again up through the front. So somebody takes us into consideration when they make their product, then I believe I will appreciate that. Whew, I'm just happy to get it in. It's been a long time for me to just waiting around to make a decision, and then did a lot of back and forth with Veronica to make sure all the measurements were right. Triple measured everything, all the bearings and where the bolt patterns were for the front shaft there. So, yep, but everything's going smooth so far. Let's get this thing rolling. All right, putting this bearing in. Before I tighten everything down right here, I need to make sure that this shaft is lined up. So I've got it in there where it can freely move in and out. So I know this is lined up and it won't be binding up or adding improper wear or tension on the bearing. So I don't have anything tightened down yet on the shaft, and to make sure that this bearing here was aligned. So now that it is, then I can at least tighten that side down, and then we'll put my tarp on. One thing I had to do, which on my other spindle, if you can see it from here, oh, there it is right there. Whoop. See the thickness on that black piece of plastic there? That's what I was replacing, the guts that kept maneuvering around and shearing off those bolts. So this one is thicker, so the hole didn't line up. So that's the only thing I had to do so far, is just drill that hole just to take the 1/4 inch of the shaft that comes off the motor, make that where it'll line up now. So we are all good. So what I did is I took this side off, boop, and pushed the shaft out. Took that side off and slid it through the tarp. So I know it comes to right here, but this side's the one with the plastic on it. Should push out pretty easy. So I'm going to take it up and over and try to crunch it in on one side so I can get this side to start feeding, and then feed this part of the shaft in with the tarp. We will see how it goes. Tough to scrunch, so I just got it started. I got it about that far in and scrunched a little bit, but not enough. So I'm just gonna tuck this tarp over this part and push it the rest of the way, and then I'll have the excess hanging out, and I can slide it in once the tarp's all straight. It's always good to have some backup stuff. Keeps you from having to run to the store. The last thing I did was measure this distance. They're both 8.5 inches on both sides. Put the 2 bolts, screws in there, and then hit the middle, and 1 on each end. So now, don't hit my head, it's time to clean up. Love it. Got that extra thick layer there. Boom. What I'm going to have to do, I guess, is raise that canter up before I roll it in. think it looks great.